Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update. And here we are on Wednesday, and we are now at the 10th of February, 2021, about 8:25 a.m. Central Time. Well, another update. You know, this market just building in the fact that COVID is getting more and more under control. More vaccines are being released out there. And yes, we see certain countries like Germany talking of extending their shut-in policies. But at the same time, you see the UK making great strides. Israel's making great strides. US, we're getting more and more of these out. I know we're talking of taking our United Center, possibly some ball fields, and making them into testing, well, not testing, but shooting centers for this, for the mass population when we get to that tier, which will be the springtime. Nobody's going to be out in Chicago in minus 0 degree. We're right now 5 when I woke up this morning, and that's Fahrenheit. And at nighttime, we're certainly, you know, below 0. It's a deep freeze. You get used to it. Dollar index breaking down, as you can see, most currencies getting a jump on the dollar. Look at this copper pushing the 380 level. You know, I'm still looking for $4 out of that this year, but it seems to be getting ahead of me in terms of making the run. You don't back off in the energy markets. We're waiting for the EIA numbers this morning at 9:30, but they don't back off. Yields sitting tight. Why? Well, we have a bunch of things going on today. First, let's talk about them. First, we came out this morning with the Mortgage Bankers Association. As you can see, all categories saw a decline. Rates have been climbing. That turns people off. Cold weather. You're in February. It's not the best sales month and so on. How much of the refinancing has been done? Things of that nature. CPI numbers. Well, they came in as expected, 3%. Let me stand back here and give you a little bit more as to what this is. Ex-food and energy, if you look at it, 0%. They were looking for it up 1/10, so that's even a little tamer than they thought. CPI energy, while it was up, the prior was up 4%. Food prices up 1/10, prior was up 4/10, and that's 0.1%, not 1%. January CPI year over year up 1.4%, a little tamer than the expected, and core CPI year over year up 1.4 versus 1.5. I think I copied that twice. No, I didn't. That's ex-food and the other one. These numbers are so similar that they look to me like they were right there. And then we take a look over here at, as we look at what's going on, we got a 9 o'clock report, inventories coming out. The conference board comes out at 9. The U.S. trade budget deficit's going to widen probably 5 times, 4.5, 5 times what it was a year ago. That, remember, a year ago was prior to the pandemic, so that's why you're getting that. Fed Chair Powell speaks at 1 o'clock, and then at 5 p.m. Central Time, we get Andrew Bailey, the bank governor of the Bank of England, and he'll speak at the Mansion House. That'll be an important speech as well. And then Chinese CPI strong, and factory gate prices. I couldn't find the amount they went up. I looked all over the internet, but they are up, they're saying, and you can see their CPI and so on. Got to be careful here, because what went on is they barred travel just before this lunar holiday. Now they've released it, so these numbers are more muted than they would be had they allowed the travel and spending and that. So it's probably going to pick up very, very shortly. As we take a look, though, you can see it's a board of green. I don't know how else to say that in front of you. As I look at what's going on in the market, I'm writing right now for everybody my enhanced course, and this is not my regular charting course. This assumes you took that, and then we move on to the enhanced course on how to use Bollinger Bands and slow stochastics together. So that's going to be very, very important. You know, one of the things I came up with was what I do. Let's assume you have an embedded slow stochastic play, which is one of the strongest indicators I get. I turn to these pivot points at that point, because as the markets, let's say in the afternoon, well before the close, and I see that, hey, I'm in trouble. Well, I'll turn to these pivot points and say, I want to get out. What's the shot of a rally up or a breakdown to this point to let me get out before the close of the market? So I use different vehicles. So we'll talk about that. This is a free. I want to use that word, free, 3 video series for you. All you need to do is go to our website to sign up for it. You'll be sent a link with them. If you call my staff, you'll have it while you're on the phone with them. It's that simple, so it gets going. But it's important that you learn some of these techniques. I'll let you know more about the course. I'm writing page upon page of the rules right now, and the way I'll be doing it, I'll explain rules, do a bit of the video, explain rules, do another part to teach you that, and show you just how I'm layering right through it. Again, this picks up where my charting course leaves off. So I'm not going to teach you the basics of stochastics. I'm not going to teach you the basics of Bollinger Bands. This is the enhanced version after you've taken that. But join in. I think you'll learn something. I'm Ira Epstein. Remember, you can get all this for free right now. I'll talk to you later.